The day we've been waiting for is finally here. The Nintendo Switch 2 has been released. Along with it, the much anticipated game, Mario Kart World. Sure, it's not a Sonic game, but hey, that doesn't mean it's gonna be bad. So today, on launch day, at least as of recording, I wanted to give you my first impressions after a full day of playing the Nintendo Switch 2. First things first, the system itself feels very nice. The matte finish, the bigger buttons, the bigger everything feels much more premium than the original Switch. As for comfort, honestly I'd say it's better, but not by that much. At least by its size, since I have big meaty man hands. It does fit a lot better ergonomically, but the Joy-Cons are still just small, flat pieces of plastic. Very nice high-tech pieces of plastic, but not really that much more comfortable. The sticks definitely feel a lot smoother. Hopefully no drift will be present, but that remains to be seen. Now, attaching and detaching the Joy-Cons from your system, that's extremely satisfying. Instead of sliding them in like the original Switch, we have magnetism. By pushing these little buttons in, you push the controller out of its slot and it pops right out. It feels pretty nice actually, it's satisfying to do. And even easier than that is putting the controller back in. Boop! And it's a very strong connection. These things aren't going anywhere. Now for the screen. As someone who lives and dies by OLED, this looks really good. Since I look at OLED and non-OLED screens all the time where I work, I can tell that this isn't one, but I know that it's still an incredibly nice screen. And that 120 FPS, and don't even get me started about it running 4K on my 77-inch OLED TV. That's nice. But one of the best things I've noticed so far, the eShop. It loads, it works, you can scroll and look at games. Let's open this one. There it is! That didn't take a whole minute or anything. Now, of course, what's a console without its games? For me, I got the Mario Kart bundle, so I rushed back home, got the console all set up, and immediately booted up Sonic Mania. I was actually at my friend's house, so I didn't have access to my TV, so I was only playing in handheld mode, and goodness, it's been a while since I played Sonic Mania on a Switch, but I know it didn't look that good before, and it already did look really good. But enough of that, I know what you want to hear about. Mario Kart World was the next game I played, and I gotta say, that game is gorgeous. My live stream I did not do the game justice because of my capture card, but if you've seen footage of it already, it looks even better when you're playing it yourself. Whether you're in handheld mode or in dock mode, it looks great. And of course, it feels great to play as well because it's a great Mario Kart game. But as we've already learned through all the trailers and the information that we've gotten, it's very different than every other Mario Kart game too. Since the game is built around the free roam mode and up to 24 racers at a time, not only are the roads in between the tracks big, but the tracks themselves seem very, very large compared to last iterations of the game too. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but it feels like a learning curve to me in how you want to play the game. Now, some people were saying that the open world felt really empty with nothing to do, and while there isn't a ton to really do, I actually found it pretty fun to explore. And there are challenges to do with the P buttons, which aren't a blast every time, but they do kind of force you to learn how to play if you're not figuring out certain techniques in the races by yourself. And they are everywhere. Plus, when you pick up those bags of food, whatever they call them at the Yoshis, you have the chance of unlocking a new costume for whatever character you're playing as, which adds even more replayability to the free roam itself if you're not, again, doing that in the races already. Now, I don't know how long this is going to last, but honestly, just cruising around as the characters and exploring the big-ass world they give you, I've been enjoying quite a bit. Once I've seen everything, that's probably not going to be the case anymore, but I still think it's pretty cool. But chances are Nintendo's going to be supporting this game for a long time, so I'm sure we've got a lot more to look forward to. I also tested out Breath of the Wild for a few minutes just to see how the upgraded version worked. Oh, woo! The frame rates are insane. The resolution is obviously a little bit better too. It's not quite as noticeable as the frame rate improvement is. It looks great, the resolution is great, but man, that frame rate just turns it into a completely different game. One more thing. The Pro Controller. It may look extremely similar to the Switch 1 Pro Controller, but it is anything but. The smooth finish of this thing feels like you're holding hands with an angel. Your LR, your ZL, ZR buttons feel very, very nice. The back paddle buttons feel very, very good too. These analog sticks, I've never felt anything like them. Moving the analog sticks. This is one of the smoothest stick movement things on a controller I've ever felt before. This thing is probably my favorite controller of all time now. Sure, it doesn't have the advanced haptics of the DualSense Edge, but just the feeling of this thing by itself, before I even turned on the controller, just putting into my hands, oh, it changed my life. If you get a Switch 2, you need a Switch 2 Pro controller. This thing, So that was my first full day with the Switch 2. Did you end up getting a Switch 2? What's your favorite part about the new system? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on The Z-Man Show.